party. I'm Juliet Littman. I'm here with Callie Curry. Hi, Callie.
Hello.
We are here to talk about Jenn's fantasy suites and the Men Tell All. There's a very obvious place where we need to start. And Callie, I just have one question for you. Why the fuck did she keep Marcus? What is going on?
Well,
Marcus, who says, I'm not in love with you. I hope to get there, but I am not in love with you. Like, what the hell?
here's the thing. I can see from Jenn's point of view of like, is anyone in love? Like, what are we talking about here?
She's not.
We're on day 17. So like, maybe we're not in love. And like trying to think of it from a more realistic standpoint. The problem is history has shown us that everyone else is able to fall in love. So, and either they do or they think they do, or they'll at least will say they do because they think they will, whatever it is. He's saying, I'm not even sure if I
will
could.
be in love.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know how a lot of the time on the show, people be like, this process is working. It's working. I can see that this is working. I would say Jenn season, definitively, it's not working.
No, because okay, well, to stick on Marcus, even him being like, didn't realize it, but her telling me that she loves me, made me feel really good. I still don't love her, but it felt good. And it's like, yeah, duh.
It's like, yeah, we all like to be loved.
The first person she even said I love you to was Marcus. She said I love you. She said she loved him in her interviews first. Like he was the only one she said that about.
She's all in for Marcus. That's very clear. And he's been like multiple times. Like there's been multiple locations. He said it last week in Seattle, in LA, now in Hawaii, to Jenn, to the camera. Like there's no question that he is not in love. I know where he stands.
Our guy, Jesse.
To Jesse. Yeah. And as I was watching, I was like, maybe the unprecedented thing that happens this finale is that someone who is not in love gets engaged, because it's just so inexplicable. I get it. She likes Marcus more, but then she liked Jonathan. But when she kept talking about like, I don't know how to be in a healthy relationship, or like, I only know toxic relationships. I'm like,
they clearly edited it this way for us to hear her say so many times. Like, I know it's not healthy. I know it's not right. I know I'm not. I'm like, you're part of the problem.
Big time. Big time. I just can't believe that she did a fantasy suite with him. She also could have been like, she didn't even say that we saw, like, you know what? Let's use this time off camera to like talk to each other more. She just sort of like took in the information and then just decided to like barrel ahead.
No, she wasn't
even trying to like,
that's okay,
account for the fact. Yeah. She was like, you're exactly right. She's like, yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. There was no like, even from like an interview standpoint, there wasn't any hesitation at all. Like she just went, she was like nodding her head like, okay. Yeah, that's fine. Well, I need you to know that I love you.
She was super calm.
Gonna leave that there. And would you like to go to the fantasy suite with me? Also, the
other thing is,
I know this is not the case.
Why is he saying yes to all this shit?
I don't know why he keeps saying yes.
Why isn't he self-eliminating?
I don't know why.
Self-eliminate,
I don't know why he keeps saying yes. The other thing that I was thinking, and I know this is not what she was thinking, but this is like what I kept thinking. I'm like, he's not going to fall in love with you if you have sex with him, just so we're all clear. But I think that...
Unfortunately, I know that firsthand. It's not, it doesn't usually work.
But when you're really young, a lot of times girls tend to think that way. And I'm hoping... that was my first thought when she reacted the way that she did and was like, okay, but fantasy suite? I was like, oh no. I hope that's not what she's thinking.
And maybe they didn't have sex. Well, we don't know. But... she did not respond in a way that suggested Devin, she had a different. Okay. Ooh. The way that she woke up the next morning with Devin, I was just like, did she wake up 3 hours before him? She was wearing so much makeup and like lashes that she actually doesn't usually wear. So I was like, is this a reshoot? It was so crazy. Devin seemed really happy.
Well, so did she.
I also hate Devin even more. I didn't think she seemed that happy. I thought she seemed uncomfortable with Devin.
What? The next morning, she was like, people compare him to Pete Davidson, which I was like, who? Who's people?
I know. I think he compared himself to Pete Davidson like in week 1.
And she was like, and let me tell you, he is better in every way. And like, obviously everyone knows that the rumor
Dick
is,
joke, yeah. BD. The original BD.
So I'm like, okay, so you had sex with Devin. You think she didn't have sex with Marcus? And you think that she had
no,
sex
I don't.
with...
I was trying... No, just to be clear, I do not think that. I was just trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I'm like, if she had sex with Devin and knows Marcus doesn't love her, there's no way she's going to have sex with Devin and not have sex with Marcus and then ask him to marry her and be like, I know you don't love me and I just fucked someone else, but will you marry me? Like, there's just no way that happened.
You're not in love with me. I took the fantasy suite to the extreme all 3 times, but I'd really like an engagement. So can you just propose to me? That's what she's basically asking Marcus for.
Yeah, like, no, not happening. I also don't think she had sex with Jonathan, though.
Because she's just not into him?
I mean, it seemed pretty clear that she was not there with him.
Yeah, definitely. And also, he knew that she wasn't there. He kept saying, like, I messed this up, which I don't really think he did.
Me neither.
By the way, like, he's being hard on himself. Like, I don't think he messed it up. He just, I don't know.
He was being hard on himself, but it seemed healthy. Like, even at the Men Tell All, when he was like, I'm really happy that this happened. Like, I feel like I can trust myself to like fall in love with someone and I can get there quickly if I actually feel it. Like, I really thank you for that. And he's going to the beach.
They're really casting early. This is like going to be a year of buildup to Next Paradise. We got Hakeem and Jonathan. I mean, also, what if they get relationships before then? I hope they do.
What was happening with Hakeem? He was like there was...
The star of the show?
Yeah, there was like 1A was Jonathan, 1B was Grant, or flip those around, whatever you want, and then 1C was Hakeem. I was like, what?
And then Jeremy, who like looked like he stepped out of that Saturday Night Live sketch, A Night at the Roxbury. He was like ready to like do the do. You, her, him, me, her. He was ready to go to the club.
I haven't watched that movie in so long. Wow. Is there anyone that you just feel like can make you laugh? Like you're like, yeah, let me put that on, I'll laugh.
I love Adam Sandler. I think Big Daddy makes me laugh.
Oh, Big Daddy.
10 out of 10 times.
Big Daddy's such a classic.
I like his other movies too. But like, I love The Sandman. I really do. He's on Bill's podcast last night.
I can't. Some of his movies are too much for me, but overall, I really like Adam Sandler too.
The other thing that always makes me laugh is Arrested Development, and I put it on all the time.
I've never seen an episode.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Isn't it kind of like The Office?
Cape Cod. I like The Office, but I'm more of an Arrested Development
but isn't
person.
it like The Office?
Oh. I would say only in that it came out around the same time, and it's like single cam and kind of like feels like documentary, but the humor is like pretty different. And Arrested Development is like totally one of one. It is such a crazy gonzo show. I love it. It's so funny.
Maybe I should take a watch. I feel like we have similar humor, right?
Yeah. Also, Arrested Development like has some really good payoffs. Like it puts seeds along the way and it nailed it. They all come to fruition.
Okay.
Anyway, but we're not ready to get to the Men Tell All yet. Let's talk about Devin for a second. So, do you think he loves her? Or do you think he thinks he loves her?
It's hard to tell.
Or is it all fake?
No, I don't think it's all fake. I don't think that. I'm sure some people do because some people hate him. Like you, maybe. But I don't think it's all...
I don't know.
I don't think it's all fake. I think it's one of the two, that he loves her or thinks he loves her. But I don't think he's faking it.
I was surprised she told him she loves him.
I think she's going to pick him.
I do too. Well, Marcus said he doesn't love her, so I hope she doesn't pick him.
She still might. That's the crazy thing.
I know, because if she hasn't rejected him now, it's definitely still in play.
Has it ever happened where someone picks someone and is like, I know you're not ready?
Who says, I don't love you?
Well, that. And it's also like, I know you're not ready, so let's just be together.
I think that's happened on The Bachelor. Like what happened with Juan Pablo, but with him and Nikki.
That season, what a crash and burn. So if that happened, do you think that's the never has it ever happened?
Yeah, that might be it. Because usually the Bachelorette gets engaged. So I could see her dating, but like she did tell Devin she loved him now. I don't believe that. I think she felt pressured into saying it, and like in the
Oh
moment,
God, that was the
when
most
she was
cringe thing to watch. You know I love you.
It really was.
Of course I love you.
Of course I love you, you idiot. Are you a Gilmore Girls watcher?
Fun fact, Gilmore Girls is one of Seth's favorite shows of all time.
Oh my God. Okay, well, at the end of season 1, Rory says to Dean, I love you, you idiot.
Oh, you think that's what she was referencing?
No, I don't think she's referencing it, but I do think that it's like such a dumb thing to say that it's part of Gilmore Girls.
It could have been a reference. I could see Jenn liking Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, it's a really popular Netflix show.
Yes.
I can't believe that's Seth's favorite show. That's so weird.
No, his favorite show of all time is Entourage, but I would say Gilmore Girls is top 5 for sure, at least top 5.
He's very millennial. It's a millennial list.
Him and Sidel watched it growing up all the time.
Wow. They're probably shocked to find out Connecticut's not like that.
I don't think so. I wonder if either of them has ever even been to Connecticut.
Maybe driven through.
Maybe if there's a golf course
Seth
somewhere.
played golf there.
Yeah, that's the only way that he's been there.
Okay, well, Jenn was indirectly referencing
Gilmore
at the end of her 10th grade, her end of 10th grade. So that's not a great sign. And I just thought like she was so afraid of him leaving that she was like, well, I have to say it so he stays. Because she kept being like, I don't know what I would do without you.
The only thing I could say is that they've had like the strongest or one of the strongest connections the whole time. So I'm like, maybe she does love him. And I think she's going to pick him. So
I think she's going to pick him too. She can't pick Marcus. Someone in her life needs to tell her not to pick Marcus. So
yeah, but then what happened? Well, clearly, previews for next week, her whole family's like, absolutely not.
Yeah, well,
was it her brother?
Because they're somewhat normal.
Yeah, her brother. Yeah, her brother was like, so at what age do you think you're going to stop wanting people that don't want you? I was like, Jesus Christ.
She must have told him about Marcus.
They played that scene like right after they showed Marcus meeting the family and Marcus being like, yeah, I just don't know. I'm like, how many times does he need to tell people that he's not sure if he wants to get married for someone to believe him?